You expected to be further along in your journey by now, and yet here you are. Woo! Hey, I'm Rosemary, Nonny. I am the Prosperity Minister. I support you in leaving behind the pain and the limiting beliefs of the past, in regaining your confidence, in rising victorious in your true design life. Now, this is the thing. I've had lots of clients when they start working with me. One of the things that they say is, I expected to be so much further along than where I am right now. It's not as if they haven't accomplished some stuff, but they know that they're capable of a heck of a lot more, and yet they feel trapped. They feel stagnant in life. I've even had people who've come to me because they're actually just depressed. And depression can just be anger turned inwards, ultimately. When you're frustrated and angry that things are not quite the way that you want them to be, and then you turn it on yourself, you get depressed. And until you actually handle the root of the issue here, then it's drugs forever, or it's just kind of go around in life with this whole low-level sadness going on with you all the time. It doesn't have to be that way. I'm not pretending that life is always easy. I'm not pretending that getting to the things that you desire is always going to be a snap. But I am saying that if you are allowing doubt to get in the way, and doubt can be quite subtle, because you try something, you make a few mistakes. Each time you make a few mistakes and stop, that every time you try to start again, you feel even more doubtful about yourself. Especially if the stories, the limiting beliefs that you've bought into about the mistakes you made tell you that there's something wrong with you, you're not quite good enough, you're a fraud, you're this and that and the other, and of course that voice in your head from when you were 10 years old telling you, well, you can't do that, basically, and all of that going on inside of you that you buy into, which then continues to eat at your self-belief, which means that you find it really difficult to really charge forward when you need to. And then the other thing is that you're enamored with the physical reality. You're a divine being having a human experience, but you're living as though you're just a human being and that's it. But it's not it. So all this stuff has happened. All of us, we go through stuff, and lots of things happen. And those circumstances, whether it was a mistake you made, whether it was just something that someone did, they eat at you, or that promotion you didn't get at work, or that relationship that didn't quite come together, or that person that betrayed you, that you now make it mean something about you. And so then again, you're telling yourself the story that something about you is not quite right, that you are someone who can't do those things. I remember telling myself that story when I went bankrupt, for goodness sake. I told myself the story, and I got really depressed for 4 years. I was telling myself the story that, well, business is not for people like me, because I had tried a lot of businesses. I was dabbling at business. I look back and I realized I dabbled at a lot of stuff, but I thought I was giving it my all. I wasn't really, because when things got difficult, I would quit. But every time you quit, you feel a little less self-belief. You feel a little less confident that you're going to be able to do it. But I wasn't realizing that this is what I was telling my subconscious mind. And so I got to the point of bankruptcy. That was like the final straw. I felt like such a failure, such a failure. So bankruptcy was never supposed to happen to someone like me. And the fact that it did must mean that I'm just absolutely terrible. I remember selling all of my personal development books, some of my spiritual development books, business growth books, all of that stuff that I'd hoped and dreamt about. I just sold all of it and told myself, well, this is it now. You're going to be a pharmacist for the rest of your life. Just get over any kind of big dreams. Forget it. Thankfully, I woke up. Thankfully, the divine did not let me go. and so, but I bought into the physical reality. The truth of the matter is, you're going to make mistakes. Doesn't mean everybody has to go bankrupt. No, but I think we all know, well, if you've looked at successful people, that a lot of them went bankrupt. Not all of them, of course. I'm not saying that it's a sign of success. No. But I am saying that you're going to make mistakes. Anybody that doesn't make mistakes isn't succeeding, okay? You just accept that. It doesn't mean anything horrible about you. It just means that you're learning. You're moving forward. And that you're actually attempting to do something more than you've done before. So of course you're not going to be perfect at it to begin with. But if you get so enamored with what is happening out there in the physical reality, whether, because it might be, as I said, it might be these mistakes, but it might also be things that people do, or it might be the economy, and you're telling yourself a story of how, oh, well, because of this and because of that, I can't do anything, and blah, 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 blah. It's a nonsense of a nonsense of a nonsense. Nothing out there has any impact on what you are capable of doing or not doing. And I know that sounds like, but what if there's no what if? Because whatever what if you're about to say to me, there's probably at least one person who had that what if and still chose to move forward. Probably a heck of a lot more than one person. So the question is, are you willing to stop being so caught up in the noise and the drama and the nonsense and rise above enough to see what you desire out of life, even at this point where it feels as though I'm not moving forward in the way that I want to? Are you willing to work on your confidence so that you start to move forward? Are you willing to leave behind those limiting ideas? Are you willing to stop just looking at the physical reality and thinking that that's all there is? Because that's what I had to do finally. I had to finally wake up. Thank God for my 3 children, because it gave me an impetus, I guess, as to say, no, this isn't my life. This isn't where my story ends. There has to be more. I refuse to show my girls that this is all that they have to look forward to, that they have to stay in a career for the rest of their life doing something they don't really want to do. I don't believe that that's all that my life is supposed to be about. And so I woke up. What will it take for you to wake up? Maybe this video. Maybe this video will be the thing, because I'm not asking for some kind of sudden move, but a little step. Because it's little steps, the little steps that you take that change things. And that little step for you right now can be to go and get a copy of the Confidence book. Around this video, there will be a link to it. Go and get a copy of the book, okay? Read it. Implement the strategies. That's your little step out of depression, out of feeling stuck, out of feeling stagnant. You are worthy of great success. Are you willing to go after it? Are you willing to go after it? Because yes, it will demand a little bit from you, a lot sometimes. But if you want that free, fulfilled, financially abundant, love-drenched life, are you willing to rise above the noise, the nonsense, all the stories telling you that you just can't do this? Yes, you can. You are created in the image and likeness of the divine. You are a God unit. Of course you can. Go get the book. Read it. It's time to elevate. Okay? Until the next video, share this with someone else, okay? Please do share this with someone else. I'm on a mission to reach 334,000 driven spiritual people. Share this with someone else, my love. Okay, then. Thank you so much. And I'll speak to you again soon. Go get a copy of the book. Much amazing love. Bye.